is Wednesday the 27th. I wanted to start a little bit of a reading vlog for Kingdom of Ash. It's time. I am currently 204 pages in. There's 5 days left in the year, and I would really love to just finish Kingdom of Ash before the year's over. Which is definitely a goal. Currently Legoing, listening to Daughter of the Pirate King on audiobook, so it would be awesome if I could finish another audiobook. A realistic week in my life reading vlog. The next day. For last night I read 75 pages. I'm on page 275 now. I'm having a great time. I'm very invested in the story now. I also am pretty far in my audiobook. I will come back with more updates later. It is currently 12:48 on Friday, December 29th. I'm currently on page 300 something. 352. I am not a fast reader by any means. Like, I would say I'm faster than like the average person, but like in terms of like a reader who reads a lot, I'm not a super fast reader. I'm on chapter 42 for those of you who have read this book and want to know where I'm at. It's an hour later. I got cozy. So we read like 40 pages within the last hour, but I'm kind of like hitting a little wall. Let's keep going. Good morning. It is Sunday, December 31st. I'm currently on page 589. I'm 60% of the way through. I do have somewhere to go at 5:45, but I don't really have any plans for like big New Year celebrations because we have a puppy and she can't be left alone too long. 980 minus 589. We have to read 391 pages today. I'm not confident in that at all. I'm gonna say it right now. But it's 7 in the morning. We're starting strong. I made a matcha, so we're good to go. It's almost 2 p.m. and I hate to say it, I don't think we're gonna make it. But since this book is so long, I expect at least the last 150 to 200 pages to be crazy. So if we can get through the next 150, I would hope that the 200 after that are just like, you know? I just had to take an intermission. Quite a bit of progress has been made. We're going to this like Christmas light thing a couple towns over, so I have to get ready for that because it's outside. We have to walk and it's cold. Gotta get ready for that, but I'm on page 721, so it's actually looking kind of good because I think like the last bit, like it's been getting so crazy and so good that I'm like very much invested. Here's hoping. Never say never, but we're gonna go to the light thing soon. Maybe I'll bring my camera. A few little fun clips of the light shows. We are back. Corey is making coffee. I am going to start cooking dinner. We're going to have chicken, scalloped potatoes, and creamy Brussels sprouts and mushrooms. This chicken, I don't know what the marinade is. I totally forgot. Hey, duck. And then these are like creamy Brussels sprouts that we put fried red onion on. And then scalloped potatoes. As predicted, I did not finish Kingdom of Ash last night. I did read like up to page like 850, so there's only around 120-30 pages left. We're counting it towards 2023 because that's like 2 to 3 normal books. However, I will finish it today. It got really late at night and I didn't want me being tired to hinder my enjoyment of the book. I just did not want to feel like I was like rushing through it. So I will finish it up today and then I will come back with my final thoughts. This book was so so good. I really had to like marinate in my thoughts for a few days. So it is now January 4th. Let's talk about it. Before we get into spoilers, let's just give like my overall thoughts. This is one of the most satisfying conclusions to a fantasy series that I've read in a long time. It didn't feel like 980 pages. I actually read this in I think maybe 8 days. I think that the first 200 pages were maybe like a little like slow to start, and that's probably why I like hesitated to pick it up for so long, is because like when I first started reading it I was like, I can't do this right now. When you finally like really get into it, it's like go go go. 5 stars, easy 5 stars, 6 stars even. I have so many thoughts and opinions about this, so let's get into the full spoiler section. I have all my little thoughts in my reading journal. So things that I very much enjoyed about this book. All of our female leads, Aelin, Irene, Manon, Alid, Nesrin, Lysandra. SJM really knows how to write a female main character. They're all so definitively different that I think that's like what makes this series awesome, is that there's so many characters to follow, but they all have very definitive personalities. And also like the planting and payoff throughout the entire series is just incredible to see, like from Assassin's Blade to Kingdom of Ash. I knew it like when I read Assassin's Blade and I read the novellas, I was like, these people will be important later, but I didn't think that so many of them would play such a big role. Irene, she literally saved the day, and as soon as I saw her and I met her, I knew exactly that like she was going to be one of my favorite characters, and she is. When I met her in Tower of Dawn, she is my favorite character. I love Irene, and I love her and Kale's relationship. I am not even a Kale hater. I like Kale. I don't think Kale's boring. Those are things that I really enjoyed. The things that I don't think that I loved as much in Kingdom of Ash. First of all, I don't think Irene needed to be pregnant. She obviously still did everything she needed to do, even with the baby inside of her. So like I could see it being like an interesting plot point if it hindered her in some way, but it didn't. Obviously like Kingdom of Ash, everyone's at war everywhere, but the battle scenes I sometimes found myself skimming. Don't need to hear how they stabbed the Valg 5,000 different ways, 5,000 different times. But that's just personal preference. So let's get into like the scenes that I think were so notable and so good. Like the first time that I was like, oh, this is like getting so good, is when Aelin offers the blood oath to Fenris. I was like in tears. I thought they were gonna leave Fenris behind, that he was just gonna die and be dead. When Aelin and Irene reunite from Assassin's Blade to Kingdom of Ash, she kept the freaking note in her locket the whole time. I think that was so sweet and endearing. When Manon is crowned Queen of Witches after she freaking cuts off the head of the, is it the Yellow Legs matron? When Lorcan was going to sacrifice himself for Alid when the dam was breaking and Alid was like on the horse going to go get him. I was gonna start a riot if he fell off the horse. When Dorian brought down Morath, oh my god, and he goes, I think you should invest in a good pair of shoes. That was like my favorite Dorian moment ever. I'm not as much of a Dorian stan as like everyone else is. I think I'm a Kale girl. Alid confronted her uncle, chef's kiss, when Manon arrives with the Crochans at Orinth, and she's like, we come to honor promise to Aelin for what she promised us. And Darrow's like, what was that? And she's like, a better world. Like every time they said a better world, I started crying a little bit, to be completely honest with you guys. And then the one thing that I don't think I will ever forgive Sarah J. Maas for is the 13. Probably the most heartbreaking death out of this entire series, and I will never get over it. When the curse was broken, amazing. Darrow officially welcoming Aelin into Orinth, amazing. When Darrow made Evangeline his ward and recognized Sandra as a lady, amazing. Aelin was getting her coronation and she's like, swear the blood oath. Amazing. My favorite part of the ending was when she's about to leave her coronation. She pulls all of the women to go walk with her, and they like name every single one. Aelin, Irene, Manon, Alid, Nesrin, Lysandra, Bort, Hussar, Evangeline, like all of them, girl power. And then obviously like the most heart-wrenching goodbye when Aelin and Kale and Dorian say bye, see you later. I just can't even believe that that's the end. I need another book. That's basically how I feel about the entirety of Kingdom of Ash. It was so good, and I am so excited to read Crescent City and get into all of that, but for now I have a book hangover. So I'll see you guys when I see you.